Hi, this is Paul Palmer. Today I want to talk about something that's a little bit obtuse from what I normally talk about. I want to talk about certification. Now, when you go and do a course, why do you go? Do you go to learn or do you go to get the certificate? I've seen both instances recently. I've been delivering pharmaceutical training for a few years. And recently I observed one particular individual was only coming so they could get the certificate. And that's all they wanted. They weren't bothered whether they learned something from the training that we were providing. They just wanted to get to the end of it, get the certificate, make sure they passed, get through and done. Other people, on the other hand, seem to interact more, I suppose. It's probably the difference that you see in the training while you're delivering it. They interact more, they ask more questions, they get involved in the exercises, and they're there to learn. And the certificate just seems to be a byproduct for them because they really wanted to be able to do a good job, do the activity properly. So what is it? What is it that drives you? Do you go to training to learn or do you go for the certificate? But also maybe it's a bit of both because you want to add the certificate to your profile, to your training record maybe, so that you can get to the next stage. I remember when I was first studying, when I was on my first job, provided I got my certificate for that year, I got a pay rise. I advanced to the next level. If I didn't pass, I didn't get my certificate, I didn't get more money. But at the same time, how are you going to pass if you don't learn? So I had to focus on the content. It was a degree, of course, and it was staged year by year. It was part-time while working. So it was important to me that I got the certificate. It was important to me that I passed each year. It was important to me that I learned because I wanted the degree for the knowledge, for the understanding, for the experience of it, for the actual content. But I also wanted the certificates for the recognition. So sometimes you actually do want both, and you go in there to get both, and you go in there to get maybe the highest grade you can get. And you want to make sure that you get the most out of it because you're spending your time. 5 years is a long time to be studying every evening and weekends sometimes. It was a lot of effort I was putting in to get a degree which I now still use. How many years later? 30 years later? Yeah, I'm still using what I learned in that degree. Okay, maybe I've had some enhancements to it. Maybe I've added to it. But without that base level understanding of the subject, without my base knowledge of human biology and genetics and biochemistry and everything that went into that applied biology degree, then I probably wouldn't have been able to build on the knowledge to get the next level. And if I didn't have the certificates, I wouldn't have been accepted into the next level. So in some cases, you do need both. But be aware when you are studying what it is you're going for. And if really you just think, well, I just want the certificate, think about what other benefits you might get from the course that you're studying. It may be that you find that the knowledge that you learn, that you gain as part of that course, becomes just as important to you at a later date. I've seen this with my kids. They just want to get through the course. They just want to get to the end of it. But actually, once they've passed, they then use the content for additional activities later. They use the certificate to gain access to other things, usually a job. So what I just want to highlight to you, even whether you're in pharmaceuticals, whether you're in medical devices, whether you're doing something else, when you do do some training, when you do get sent on a course, actually put the effort in and get the most out of it you can. Even if really you just want to go for the certificate because you've been told to, you can often find there is something in that course that really helps you in the future. And if you don't learn it, you're not going to be able to use it, are you? So that's it for today. It's Paul Palmer. I'll talk to you soon.